Alex, my friend.
You're late.
Am I? Did you make the exchange?
So boss know you're spending all this money on bogus passports?
These are worth their weight in gold, amigo. He'll see. But there's a problem. You've been seen somewhere you shouldn't have been.
You know I wouldn't do something so stupid.
You've been hiding something from me, Alex.
Hector, I can explain.
You've been playing a very dangerous game.
Thank you.
Hey, so what does this Monday morning have for us?
Male, around 40, shot 3 times at close range.
Do we have an ID?
Nothing confirmed, but he's got a graffiti-style tattoo on his back, and what looks like it could be tattoo removal on his face and neck. And it could be linked to one of the Central American gangs. His Beamer's being impounded as we speak. There's no registration, of course.
Well, nice clothes, fancy car. If he is a Latin American street thug, he certainly had a makeover. But why did Metro bring us into this?
First responders found these under the body.
Passports.
A couple of Latino guys in their early 20s.
Huh, are these real?
Or forged or fake, I'm not sure.
Well, if they're fakes, they're pretty good.
Makes me wonder how many more of these gangbangers are making their way into our country under bogus identities.
Gotta love Mondays. Let's go.
Hector Suarez,
Yep, that's him.
a suspected higher-up in a Central American crime syndicate. He's been on the RCMP and DEA's watch list since he showed up here a couple of months ago.
What do we have from the scene?
Well, there's no ballistics match on the kill shot bullets, but as for the passports themselves, they turned out to be high-end forgeries.
I thought that was becoming next to impossible.
The typesetting was done by someone who definitely knew what they were doing, but the booklets themselves, they were the real deal.
So someone got a hold of a bunch of blank passports.
According to Passport Canada, the ones we found were obsolete and slated to be destroyed. The new books will feature a digital information chip, much higher security.
Sounds like our criminal friends got their hands on them just in time.
The passport office is doing an inventory, but this could just be the tip of the iceberg. I'll work with them and see if I can find any security breach.
Okay.
According to our intel, Hector reported to Roman Delgado. He's a textile importer and a suspected kingpin in an emerging Latin American crime ring right here.
So who knows how many fakes could be out there?
So there could be an army descending on the city trying to carve out their own piece of the pie.
Find out what Roman Delgado knows.
Got it. Thanks.
Finally, I get to welcome the police in my humble home. Usually you people are watching from afar.
I'm Sergeant McCluskey. This is Special Consultant Logan. We're from a Special Investigations Unit.
Special investigations. Flattered, but not surprised.
You have quite the reputation back home. Is that why you fled?
Any successful businessman in my home country is a target. Can get dangerous. So I came here.
To sell textiles.
I import fine fabrics and sell them to manufacturers. Espresso?
Did you know Hector Suarez?
We were close. It's a tragedy he was killed.
Do you have any idea who would want him dead or why?
All I know is he was new to this country. He was working very hard to make a better life.
The numbers are coming in. You can have them all. Wait, this is the only way.
Was he helping you expand your business?
If he was, that wouldn't sit well with the competition.
I don't know what you mean.
Was he looking for trouble? Did you trust him?
Hector had ways of making enemies in the old country. I do things differently. Gabriela.
Pardon, I'm sorry, you are busy.
This is nothing that can wait. These are my special investigative friends, McCluskey and Logan.
Did you know Hector?
Hector was her fiancé.
This country is supposed to be safe. We come here to escape the violence.
Oh, violence has a way of finding people.
Our condolences.
Thank you.
Look, this is not the best time.
Okay. Well, if you think of anything else, please give us a call.
Thank you.
surprise, Delgado wasn't helpful.
Not completely. I got Hector telling him that numbers are coming.
As in people?
Yeah, I think so.
Superintendent Martell, to what do we owe the pleasure?
I've been sent from on high to check up on my favorite IIB unit.
Huh.
So, where are we in the passport security leak?
Well, it's leading us into the criminal underworld. There seems to be a new Latin gang in town, and they're bringing in muscle.
According to our intel, the Kingston connection is none too happy with that. Chris Jernigan, their leader, he does not like competition, and Hector Suarez paid the price.
Interesting. Well, if we make a break in the passport case, you'll be the first to know. Maybe Suarez was a loose cannon.
Well, if the Kingston connection heard about Delgado's plan to bring in gang reinforcements, Martell is right. They could have an axe to grind. Mr. Jernigan! IIB.
Mr. Jernigan. I hope that don't mean I'm in trouble.
Oh, no, we just want to talk to you.
You want talk?
Are you aware that Hector Suarez was gunned down last night?
Never heard of him.
He's part of an emerging Latino gang that is making inroads in this area.
And what make you think we know anything about that?
I just want to know if we should expect more violence, more bodies showing up.
Violence is bad for business.
Even if someone's trying to take business away from you? Maybe someone from Delgado's operation?
Me know nothing of such an operation. You ask me to trust him?
I think you should.
We take care of things our own way.
And we just want to make sure that things don't escalate out of control.
You want to help me? Good afternoon. You ready for something to eat?
Anything?
Yeah, one of Delgado's guys acting as a go-between, but it wasn't Hector Suarez.
So it looks like Jernigan's still a free man.
Yeah, I didn't get a connection to Suarez murder, but he definitely knows Delgado. I'm getting a sense that something's in the works.
Metro's been looking into the alibis of all of Jernigan's closest known associates. So far, everything checks out.
Were we able to get any prints from the passports?
Actually, we're in luck. Even though they were wiped, we were able to get a partial palm print. Cross-referencing it with the new palm print database didn't turn up anything. So I thought, let's scan the files of employees of Passport Canada.
I'm sensing a bingo.
Mrs. Hanson.
Natasha. Hanson is my ex's name.
Okay, Natasha. Maybe you can explain to us how your palm prints ended up on a bunch of stolen passports.
I handle lots of materials at work.
These passports were meant to be destroyed, but they were forged and they ended up in the hands of criminals. Do you know anything about this? Maybe you made a mistake. You weren't trying to facilitate the entry of dangerous criminals into our country.
We should remind you that stealing passports is a federal offense. And we'll do everything we can to make sure your children don't watch their mother go to prison, but you're gonna have to help us out here, okay?
He offered me a lot of money.
Who did?
He didn't say his name, but I remember he had something on his neck, like a burn mark. He said they'd be used to help refugees make a fresh start.
Did you deliver the passports to this man?
Someone picked them up. I needed the money. I thought I was helping people. I can't go to jail.
Get yourself a lawyer. We'll do what we can.
We've been looking for the wrong guy.
What about this guy?
No.
This guy?
No.
What about the earring guy?
No.
Okay, well, if the guy you keep seeing is Roman's friend, then he sure doesn't like being photographed.
Or is he a ghost?
Or is it ghost?
And he is well connected. So how do we find him?
Last month, the RCMP put a GPS monitor on Roman's car. They logged any place he stayed for a significant amount of time.
Maybe one of these places can lead us to our ghost.
So, I suppose I have you to thank for plugging the holes in Passport Canada's security breach. I will close the case. Well done.
Well, not done exactly. The Central American Criminal Organization is scaling things up, which can only mean more trouble on the streets.
The RCMP are aware of these developments. They're well beyond the scope of your original assignment.
Which has opened up into something bigger. You will be reminded that there is a discretionary nature to our caseload.
This is a redundant use of resources, Alvin.
Then we will be as economical as possible. Why don't I walk you through the numbers?
So, where's Delgado been spending his time?
It all seems very routine to me. Home,
few fabric warehouses, tailoring shops, mostly just crisscrossing the suburbs.
Chris Jernigan saw him enter one of those East Side condo buildings with a food court.
Oh, okay. It looks like he stopped a bunch of times on Carlaw.
Okay, seriously, I'm starving.
I told you we should have got something.
I didn't think we were gonna have to wait around this long.
There he is. Excuse me.
Do I know you?
IIB.
We need to talk to you about some forged passports.
Found under the body of Hector Suarez. It's him.
You're gonna have to come with us.
I don't think so.
So the shooter got away?
Yeah, he knew what he was doing. Took a picture of him. The campus and building, got an ID. He goes by Alex Paro.
The neighbors didn't know much. They said that he keeps to himself, comes and goes all hours.
So not exactly a 9 to 5er. And you read it, the shooting?
I did. Hector reached for his gun, but Alex beat him to it.
Well, if Hector and his boss Roman didn't see eye to eye, maybe Alex did the dirty work and took Hector out.
Or maybe Roman's in the dark and Alex is taking out the internal competition on his own.
Yeah, but what's his play here? You know, is he trying to kill his way to the top and Hector got in the way?
What about the fiance? Whatever got Hector killed could have her in the line of fire as well.
Well, let's see if she's recovered enough to ask her a few questions.
Hey, Dev, where's Gabriela Navarro right now?
Let's see. We have her under surveillance. So right now, check the logs. Yoga class?
Aligning her chakras.
All right, Dev, why don't you go with Toby? I'll check in with you guys in a while.
Sick. Feels like I've never left this place. Yeah, that's cool. Right, it's all yours. Hey, stranger.
Hey.
Glenn let you off the chain.
I had an hour. So I brought you Szechuan noodles, extra spicy.
Food.
Yes.
My favorite.
You guys open already?
No, that's Gaines. He just needed a space to meet with some associates.
Gaines, your investor.
Yeah. He uses the back room if it's not booked.
Really?
Really? One of the perks of being an investor. He just needs a space to have some drinks with some people. It's a little extra money in our pocket. And we're gonna need it, right?
Yeah. No, you're right. I just, guess I'm quick to look for trouble.
Well, that's the thing about trouble. You look for it, you're gonna find it.
Hey.
Sorry.
Hey, Gabriela. This is my associate, Corporal Clark. We're just gonna ask you a few follow-up questions, if that's okay.
Of course, anyway, I can help.
Thank you. What did you know about Hector's business?
All I know is Hector was helping Senor Delgado.
Do you know what he was doing with Delgado?
Do you want her out? Don't ask any questions!
Hector was very private about his activities.
What do you know about Alex Paro?
Alex, he's an associate of Hector's. Why do you ask?
I can help you.
Well, we just want to ask Alex a few questions about Hector's murder.
Alex didn't kill Hector.
How can you be so sure of that?
They were friends, and Alex is not a murderer.
Do you know where we can find Alex?
I don't even know where he lives.
Okay, thank you.
I'm gonna freshen up if you don't mind.
Sure.
Okay.
She's been texting Alex. He texted her something about meeting at our place. Can you find an address?
Maybe. There's no password. This goes back for months. Okay, there's only one address in here. I think I might have got it.
It's called in. Good work. All right, B team.
Hey.
Hey, I thought thought you had plans.
Yeah, I thought you could use a little help.
All right. Guy matching Alex's description checked into room 212. He hasn't checked out since.
Okay, how was yoga?
Well, Gabriella's trying to get someone she cares about into the country, but Hector's not going to let that happen unless she does what she's told.
Oh, could point to domestic abuse.
Maybe she took matters into her own hands.
Or maybe she has someone doing it for her.
Her and Alex are more than just acquaintances.
So the seedy motel, this is their love nest?
Yeah. You said?
Yeah.
All right. McCluskey's here. We're standing by.
What's your status?
A team's assembled. B team is securing back escape routes.
Okay, once they're in position, we move.
10-4.
What's all that?
We have the suspect cornered. Tactical units are on scene. It's not gonna slip through our fingers this time.
Alex Parrow?
So you read my report.
I didn't authorize this.
Go off, calm.
Oh, something's happening.
You've got significant resources tied up based on what?
Because we know it's him. And I didn't realize I needed your permission on tactical operations.
Where's the evidence, Alvin? There was nothing in the report.
Nicola, you have to let us do our jobs.
Corporal Clark, I'm ordering this operation terminated. You tell your operatives.
Stand by, McCluskey.
10-4, standing by.
That didn't sound like a termination.
Oh, we're not done. Please enlighten me why you feel the need to undermine my authority in the middle of a tactical operation.
This is not about authority. Look, our most reliable intelligence indicates that Suarez was killed by the Kingston connection. Looking elsewhere is a waste of the department's time and resources.
The Jamaicans have nothing to do with this. Metro has already investigated a dozen likely culprits, and all their alibis check out. Our instincts on this have been right all along.
Instincts are one thing, evidence is another. Look, I will keep your team on the case, but if you have a problem doing things my way, I've been given authority to have you removed.
Well, I do have a problem with that, Nicola. And I suggest you look into your marching orders.
Paid suspension until resolution of the case.
McCluskey.
What's going on? B team spotted him. He's on the move.
Stand down.
We're gonna lose him.
It's over, Michelle. Abort the operation.
What the hell just happened?
So Klein's out.
And Martel suspended him.
Are you kidding? So it wasn't him who shut us down?
No, they got into it last night, and I guess he just lost the battle.
He's usually good at managing Martel and keeping us cool.
Not last night. He was crazy when he left. I thought he would have called one of you guys.
No.
It's like perfect timing. So, how do we start the day?
Klein usually brings us in for a briefing.
Yeah, I thought it'd be best to give him some time off to recharge. Until then, you can report to me.
Okay, boss.
So are we off the Suarez case?
On the contrary, you're IIB's most elite unit. I can't imagine anyone more capable of bringing Chris Jernigan to justice.
We've been over the files many times. He's been out of the murder business for years.
Central Americans are moving in on his turf. It's the best motive we have, and you're the best unit we have, so I'm sure it won't take long for you to find something on him. And you, I need you to clean up the passport file. All right, well, I think that just about does our briefing.
Great.
Yay.
So, TV choice.
Hey, Chris. Talk to you a minute.
Chris, who is it?
Ah, well, you're not in trouble. We're just curious. You know, people are saying you killed Hector Suarez.
You see this?
That's the word on the street.
Word on the street, give me too much credit. I have no enemies. Good day.
Good day. All right, Chris and Delgado have a deal.
So why is Martel trying to pin this on the Kingston connection?
Intel's coming from somewhere. RCMP must have a source.
Only one way to find out.
Yeah.
Corporal Clark.
I have a forensics update.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Passport Canada reports nearly 100 books missing. It's possible that those have also been forged with false IDs for Central American criminals.
Interesting.
Yeah, and the forgeries bear similar trademarks to the work of a master forger who was recently paroled.
Is that so?
Yeah, I mean, he may be able to ID some of the criminals that Suarez has been trying to get into the country, so we could stop them at the border or at least tail them if they're already here.
All right, why don't you put it in your report?
Excuse me, but I feel like it would be wise to act quickly on this.
I'll look into it and decide how to allocate the resources.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hello. Well, this would be a lot easier if we could just meet you in the office.
What's wrong with Adam's bar? It's perfect for a secret rendezvous.
I just hope it doesn't get you into any more trouble with Martel.
Nothing I can't handle. But Toby's reads is our only evidence. It was a battle I wasn't gonna win. I have faith you guys can manage without me.
There's a lot to get you up on.
Hold on a second. How often do we all get a day out together?
Just gonna go say hi to Adam. Hey,
Hey, you.
what's that all about?
What, gains?
Yeah,
It's nothing.
I saw you take money from him. Is that how his investment works? A few hundred trickling in at a time?
No, of course not.
Well, I see you pocketing cash at him, and it makes me think of one thing.
I'm not gambling, okay? Look, they are, all right? He's running a small game in the back room for his buddies, that's it.
I knew it.
What? He pays me a little percentage on the side to look the other way. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, with your history, it is a big deal.
I'm not gambling, okay? And every cent of this goes to our future. Our future.
And what happens if you get busted? You could lose the club, you could lose everything.
That's not gonna happen.
And what am I supposed to tell them?
What, Klein? He likes the game as much as anybody else. No one is getting hurt here, Mish. And I can't be second-guessing myself, looking over my shoulder for your approval every time I make a decision, okay? So please, just let it go.
Wrong answer.
How's Adam?
Fine. Did Toby bring you up to speed?
Yeah. It appears our murderer, Alex Parrow, has lofty ambitions within the local organized crime scene.
Well, right now we have a bigger problem. Martel keeps sending us down dead ends.
Yeah, it's sitting on valuable time-sensitive information.
I don't understand. Is there something we're not seeing here? Has Martel been compromised?
Why would she send you packing in the middle of an investigation on organized crime?
Martel is a lot of things. Corrupt isn't one of them. She's likely being fed bad intel from above. It's not exactly like she has access to our primary source of evidence.
She's gonna be watching us like a hawk.
Then take care not to raise suspicion. And due to the seriousness of this case, I think you need to use any and all means at your disposal.
You saying you want me to read one of our own?
Well, we have a policy against it, but in this case, intentionally or not, Martel has you chasing your tails while Delgado builds an army.
Well, in this case, I will make an exception.
This is interesting. I have feelers out at airport security. This is from my contact.
I thought you were off the clock.
You know me better than that. Gabriela Navarro's been detained.
She tried to run. Thanks.
I had her flagged for searching. Well. A forged passport has turned up in her luggage.
We can't bring her to the IIB.
Well, I'll have airport security hold on to her.
Let's go. I don't think I can sit here for another minute. Thank you.
Why do they keep me here? I done nothing wrong.
Carrying a forged passport through customs would refute that.
I missed my flight. Now they're gonna be so worried.
Who's gonna be worried?
It's time that you started cooperating with us, unless you want to be deported with little chance of ever entering the country again.
Who is this? Is this your mother? Is she in trouble?
You're never gonna see her again!
Hector ever hit you?
Hector had a temper. He hit me. We met at a club and he bought me things, gave me attention. And after he came here, he got me a student visa so I couldn't join him. But my mother was...
She was left behind?
She had health problems. And Hector promised to bring her here and give her the best care in the world.
There was a catch.
He proposed. I had no choice. For a while, we were happy, but then I told him I wanted more from life. Go to college, make new friends, and he forbade me to leave his house. I wanted to end the engagement, but he made it very clear that he had powerful friends back home who could harm my mother.
You were trapped.
I had nowhere to go, nobody to turn to.
Except for Alex.
I can get you out of this.
I love you. I love you. I love you.
We know that Alex killed Hector.
No. No, that is not possible.
People are protecting him, including you.
What happens if Delgado finds out that you tried to flee? And I'm sure he has friends in powerful places back home as well.
Where is Alex?
You need to go home. Leave the country before it's too late. I'll find you there.
I don't know. Alex, he's not a killer. He only wanted to help me.
I guess you have to be careful who you trust, huh?
We're done.
We'll do what we can, okay?
Thank you.
I saw Alex telling her that he'd find her in her home country.
We're running out of time to find this guy.
Especially with Martel breathing down our necks.
Maybe her boss owes Klein a favor.
That'd be nice.
I have a favor to ask, Walter.
I'm not here to listen to complaints about your superior. I support her decision.
This has nothing to do with issues between myself and Superintendent Martel. This is about a murder suspect, Alex Perro. The fact that Martel seems to be acting on orders to divert our investigations away from him. So before this costs me or anyone in my department their careers, I'd like to know what you're hiding.
Blow our agent's cover. Snakehead compromised. Alvin, you know better than to ask about operational matters so far above your pay grade.
And you know better than to think I'm doing this for the money.
I can't help you.
Lovely day for a walk. I obviously struck out. How about you?
I got a home run or a foul ball, depending on how you look at it.
Really? Do tell.
I think the person who killed Hector is one of us.
So Alex Perro is an undercover RCMP operative?
He's a part of something called Operation Snakehead.
There's no way an undercover op would be allowed to continue his mission if he shot and killed somebody.
Even in extreme circumstances like self-defense, his handlers would extricate him immediately.
Well, maybe he's lying to the RCMP. He said the Kingston connection killed Suarez. They think they're getting reliable information.
So that's where Martel's so-called intel's coming from.
But he must know who we are and that we could blow his cover.
That's probably why he wants to leave the country.
Guys, boss, look busy.
How do we get around Martel?
Well, we need to prove to her that Alex is our CMP and that she's protecting a rogue agent.
Here she comes.
Good afternoon, Superintendent.
So, what's going on?
We're just working on our briefing.
Last night, Suarez's fiancée was detained at the airport. A search turned up one of our forged passports.
We also spoke to Chris Jernigan, and he claims the Kingston connection had nothing to do with Suarez's murder. In fact, Jernigan had a deal with Roman Delgado, and it's likely that Suarez had a problem with it.
We have reason to believe that it was Alex Perro who took him down. Now, we'd like your permission to use any and all resources necessary to bring Alex to justice.
Command isn't telling me the truth. I'm afraid at this time you cannot continue.
She's not being told the whole story. Her strings are being pulled just as much as ours are.
I guess I won't be hacking into the RCMP covert ops files.
And while you are not doing that, we'll try to find the murder weapon. Thank you. Mr. Delgado.
McCloskey and Logan. Back again.
You doing a sweep?
I'm just having some technical assistance here. Yeah, gracias. That's enough for now.
You got something to hide?
Out for the deal. Hector can't stop it. The Kingston connection will accept.
Alex warned me about you. And you've been harassing him as well.
No, we believe that he killed your lieutenant, Hector Suarez.
Lieutenant. Oh, that's funny. I run a business, not an army.
Oh, that's right. Yes, a textile business. Well, let's just say for the sake of argument that Hector wanted to go to war with the competition. Maybe you had Alex take care of that problem.
You know, you can say what you want, but let me tell you this. Alex did not kill Hector.
Look, there's a simple way to clear this up. We find Alex's gun, we check the ballistics. It doesn't match, the guy's off the hook.
you're so sure about that, then why don't you lead us to him?
Nah, I don't want to make it that easy for you.
Come on, Mr. Delgado. Just a little hint. It'll be great.
Collecting payment, Yorktail Tailors. This is a big city. It's a good luck.
It's gonna be like finding a needle in a haystack.
That haystack is gonna be near a tailor shop.
Dev, are we sure this is the place?
It's a front for one of Delgado's bagmen. It makes sense that Alex would be collecting a payment.
All right, then we'll wait.
And guys, I hacked the file, and Alex Paro is none other than RCMP agent Ryan Batista. Okay, it turns out this guy's one of the... I was gonna say good guys, but not so much now.
Okay, how long before the RCMP security is onto you?
Hopefully longer than it takes for you guys to get this guy.
What about Martel?
I've been running passport forgery interference on her. It should be at least an hour before she gets through my boring-ass file.
Thanks for taking one for the team.
Again.
Why would an undercover agent make a deal with rival gangs that he infiltrated?
It brings the two sides together, acts as a go-between, then uses the intel to become stronger than either one of them.
Something doesn't make sense. Hey, Toby.
Yeah.
Out of the car. Hands where I can see them.
You have no idea who I am.
Oh, actually, yes, we do, Agent.
Smoking gun.
Is there anything else you want to share with us?
250K. Lots more after we make the deal with the Jamaicans. You think I'm gonna talk? Spoil the surprise?
Well, if forensics matches that with the bullets used to kill Hector, you're going to have a lot of explaining to do.
All right.
Superintendent Martel, I'd like to introduce you to Alex Paro.
Why did you bring this man in?
Because we followed your orders and we found the evidence we needed to convict Hector Suarez's murderer.
And this is him.
Like you said, we're the most elite unit in the IIB.
You really didn't know, did you?
You're being jerked around, Superintendent.
You've been ordered to protect a rogue undercover operative whose real name is Ryan Bautista.
Is this true? Are you RCMP?
Bring him in. Huh?
What the hell is going on here? I'm being hung out to dry. I need answers.
Oh, a lot of people are gonna want answers.
I'm gonna have to call you back. What are you doing here?
A, this is my office. Thank you for cleaning up. And B, this came from the RCMP's seized weapons inventory. It was issued to Agent Ryan Batista for Operation Snakehead. His fingerprints are gonna be on that gun, and forensics are soon gonna match it with the bullets that killed Hector Suarez. He's been lying to his handlers. He was seduced by the world he was meant to expose, and you've been ordered to cover it up.
I was told our intel was airtight. I'll get to the bottom of it.
And in the meantime, I'm gonna need you to let my team investigate this our way.
Any resources you need, just let me know. You're loving this, aren't you?
Looks like we got a rogue agent off the streets. Is it too early for celebratory drinks?
Something's been bothering me. We know Batista set up the deal. When we arrested him, I got something that he didn't want to spoil the surprise.
Surprise? Like what?
Doubt it was flowers. Let's grill him.
All right.
You have given all of law enforcement a black eye. And now you're going down for murder. As a cop, you better hope for solitary. Was it worth it?
You're not finished yet, are you?
Don't trust Roman. Gun up. Watch your back.
Roman thinks he's making a deal with Jernigan, but you've sold him out.
How you guys getting all this crap from, huh?
You think you're smarter than us, don't you? You think you've always been one step ahead, but you know what? We've been watching you. Even when we were told not to, we were watching.
Trying to start a war? Get them to kill each other.
Just doing my part to speed up the judicial process.
A hero. Cleaning up the streets.
Yeah, that's right. You guys get to go home every night and forget about these monsters. But I gotta live with them every day. And you have no idea what these men are capable of. And we're not doing enough to stop them. So yeah, this thing goes sideways, they all die. Fantastic.
Last time organized crime factions went to war in this city, there was 12 innocent victims hit in the crossfire.
Yeah, well, sometimes there's collateral damage.
5 of them were school children. Is that what you want?
No.
So why are you risking so much?
You've been hiding something from me, Alex.
Gabriella. Hector knew about you and Gabriella, and he was gonna shoot you.
I did what I had to do. It was self-defense.
She said the two of you were planning to escape.
When I was undercover, she was my only light. She was the only thing keeping me from going insane. We were going back to El Salvador together. Start over. I had the passports for her mother forged. She had nothing to do with any of this.
Your full confession might get her off.
Sure. Anything. She deserves a better life.
So what's the surprise? What are we missing?
Will you let me see her?
I don't know how you were so certain about Bautista. Your team was good. He made us look bad. If this had escalated, I would have worn it.
You knew he was gonna kill us both, don't you? Please forgive me. Don't wait for me, baby. Don't wait. Please.
Hey.
Chris.
Miss Adda. Come here, man.
Great. Everybody here.
You ready? Good. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's a joke.
No. Brother.
Where's my money? Me no come here to be insulted! Where's my money?
Hi, this is Michelle. Leave a message and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
Hey, it's me again. Are we not gonna talk about this? Come on. Just call me.
You okay? Okay, I'm gonna go.
No, wait for backup.
There's no time.
No. Stay with me. Stay with me.
EMS are on their way.
I shot him. I killed him.
Toby, you did what you had to do. Toby? Toby! Come on. Stay with me. Toby! Come on, let's go. Can we get some help here?
How is he?
He's lost a lot of blood. The bullet's lodged in his upper left arm. We've stabilized the wound, but we gotta get him to stat.
I'm on it. Is he gonna be okay?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we give him 2 milligrams of morphine. He's not gonna feel anything until after the surgery. Here we go. You got that, Bill? All right, 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Yep, there we go. Okay.
One shot and it will be over.
I don't think I can do this anymore, Adam.
His weakness is my opportunity. So you know exactly what you have to do. He must be dead within 48 hours.
Give me 10 milligrams of diazepam. We're gonna take him into surgery right away.
Hey, you mind telling me what you think you're doing?
Fine.
You're fine.
I just need to speak to Michelle. It's important.
You know what else is important? Letting the fresh bullet wound in your arm heal.
Look, I'm fine.
Okay. Oh, yeah? You sure? Oh, hey, see that? That is not fine, okay? That is, I just got shot. Come on. Legs up. Let's go. Come here. You want to talk to Michelle? Here you go. I'll go get her, all right? You just stay here and relax.
Yeah. Right.
Also, don't let this happen again. I'm not happy with this whole shooting thing.
I'm sorry, Dad.
You guys are still friendly?
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
How is he?
He's pretty good. He's stubborn, but he's pretty good. He really wants to see you guys, but he's got to take it easy. You convinced him of that? Look, if he strains himself, that wound could open up, maybe get infected.
I'll take care of him.
Thanks. Corporal?
Hey,
Hey.
if you needed a vacation, you could have just said something.
Yeah, it wasn't my first choice. I know this is gonna sound crazy, but when they were bringing me in, I read someone planning a murder.
Well, Toby, you were barely conscious and heavily sedated.
I know what I read. I don't know where it came from. The ER was crowded.
That's not a lot to go on.
I saw someone passing a photo, and he said that the guy in the photo had to be dead within 48 hours.
Okay. Let's try to work up a facial composite and see if we can track this guy
It's
down.
not necessary. The guy's name's Gerard Perrault. He's France's Minister of Justice.
So you're saying someone in this hospital is going to try to kill a major French politician?
I trust what I read, guys.
Okay. Let me talk to us. I'll see if I can get the ER security tapes and the log of everyone who's here.
Okay.
Maybe we get a hit.
Let's do this.
Look, Toby, I know how hard this is, even for an experienced officer to shoot someone.
You know, the best thing for me to do is keep my mind off it, right? Okay. See what we can do. Let's dig into this.
Okay.
So what do you think? We getting close?
You're good at what you do. It's him.
Run it wide, both criminal databases here and in Europe. This might be a problem that followed Perot from France.
Is there anything from the security cameras at the hospital?
I'm still running it and the nurse's logs to see if anyone has a criminal record or any connection to Perot, but nothing yet.
I requested a meeting with the French contingent. Wish I had something more solid going, but...
What's this?
Well, that's the SIU shooting team. Michelle's already done her interview. You just need to give a statement.
Yeah, you just have to go through the story in your own words. It'll be fine.
Consultant Logan? Hey. You ready to speak with us?
Yeah.
Up to you.
How's he holding up?
He says he's fine.
That's not what I asked.
You understand that we've already talked to your partner, Sergeant McCluskey?
Yeah, she told me.
She said you acted with exceptional bravery. This meeting is largely a formality.
I did what I had to do.
You're still gonna have to go through the events of what happened the other night.
Well, we arrived at the scene of the shooting at about 7:30 p.m. We heard a lot of gunfire. And we went in the building.
Okay, go on.
We went up to the second floor, and suspect appeared from the third floor. Drew his weapon, fired, hit me in the arm.
Then what happened?
My partner came to me, asked me how I was. I said I was fine, and the suspect had disappeared, so she went after him.
And you followed?
So I went up to the third floor, and there on the ground was a gun. I picked it up, went down the south corridor, turned a corner.
Drop it!
Turns around with his gun pointing at me, and I fired.
So even with limited firearm training, you managed to hit your target under that kind of pressure?
I fired, and he went down. That's all I know.
Your intention was to disable him.
Are you asking if I tried to kill him?
Guess that about wraps it up, Consultant Logan. Your commander will inform you of our findings.
Hey.
Hey.
So we think Dev found a match for the man who ordered the hit.
Yeah, that's the guy.
His name's Julien Couvert. He's a French national, but he's been on the run for the last 3 years. He's wanted for operating a murder-for-hire ring.
Yeah, French police believe that he's still running the operation from abroad.
All right, so he could be here in town.
That's what we need to find out.
We have to assume his organization was hired to make it happen.
Well, in my read, it looked like he might have subcontracted out the work to someone in the ER, like a local hitman.
My thoughts exactly. So, meet Dennis Falk. He popped out as the only one in the ER that had a criminal record, and what a record it is.
Narcotics convictions, assault, attempted murder.
So it's a guy like Couvert hiring a guy like Falk? Wouldn't you think he'd look for a specialist?
He's our best bet so far.
I'll text you his last known address. Meanwhile, I'll dig a little deeper on the rest of the people in the ER.
Great.
If it's ours, I don't need to know.
Mr. Perot, Alvin Klein, IIB.
This is my Deputy Minister, Daniel Bélanger, and you've met Damien, Police National Lieutenant and my head of security. How can we help you, Mr. Klein?
Sir, we've received information that suggests your life might be in danger.
My life has been in danger ever since I accepted this position. What exactly have you heard?
Unfortunately, the picture isn't clear at the moment, but do you know a man named Julien Couvert?
Of course I do. A dangerous man, but a man on the run.
He may be looking for revenge or a return to the French underworld.
There is no reason Couvert would make this kind of play. And even if he tried, we have set up ample protection.
Still, he may not be acting alone, and he might have been planning this for a while. I'd like to attach some of my people to your security team.
We are happy to accept your help, Mr. Klein.
Mademoiselle Bélanger.
On se...
But you must understand they will be under the direction of our staff. For security reasons, Monsieur Perrault has kept his itinerary top secret.
We could help with the planning of Mr. Perrault's movements within the city.
Daniel is right. The secrecy of our activities outside of the conference is our best protection. If you would still like to offer your help, we would be more than happy to accept, under our terms.
I'll have my office contact your people. Thank you.
Merci. Bon, alors d'accord, on se rejoint là-bas tout de suite. Hein?
Hi, this is Michelle. Leave a message and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
Michelle, I don't know what more I can say. I know that the deal with Gaines was a bad idea. I was doing it for us. But now there may not be in us. I want you to know he's not an investor anymore, okay? I gave him his money back. The club will be whatever it's gonna be. I know I don't have the right to ask for another chance, but I'm doing it anyway.
You gonna take that?
No.
When they were taking me into the ER, I couldn't control my reads. I read you thinking about Adam. Is it true? Are you guys finished?
I don't know. Some people just aren't meant to be together. Falk?
Got a gun in the car, Michelle!
What are you doing? Go! Get off me, man! Tracy!
Tommy! Check the car!
There's a gun and there's this. Looks like you got some explaining to do.
I'm not really up on the price of cocaine these days, Dennis, but for you, it's looking like it's gonna cost about 7 years.
I don't know how they got there, and they're not mine.
You know what? Let's start over, okay? We're not interested in the drugs. What we're interested in is who hired you to kill Gerard Perrault.
Who the hell is that? Nobody hired me to kill anybody.
So you're not connected to a French national named Julien Couvert?
Look, I don't know what's going on here, but I don't even know any French people. Not gonna set me up for killing somebody. I'm not a hitter.
So what were you doing yesterday at the St. Luke's Hospital?
I was dropping my boy Donnie off. He broke his wrist in the car door.
So is your buddy Donnie, is he a hitman?
Hey man, what Donnie does is Donnie's business.
No, this is not the kind of cooperation that's gonna help you out here.
Look, Donnie does street sales, but he hasn't done it in a while. He's got something on the go right now, but he won't tell me about it. All I know is that he's flush right now. Look, I'm giving you everything I got. Cut me a break, man.
You give us Donnie's last name and an address, and then we can talk about your break, okay?
Okay, so apparently Donnie Stark doesn't have a criminal record. That's why I didn't ID him in the hospital video. He's either new to the game or he's smart enough that he hasn't been caught yet. The Ministry of Transport records show that he bought a $70,000 car in cash last week, as well as putting a down payment on a condo in cash.
Sounds like professional hitman money to me.
He also traveled to Mexico City last month. That's one of the places that Couvert was rumored to have been hiding.
How are you doing with the people that were in the ER?
As far as I can tell, everyone's clean.
How about working it from the Justice Minister's end? Any enemies who could have ordered the hit?
Perrault has taken down half of the French underworld. He can't be frightened, and apparently he can't be bought. The most likely suspects are Le Vent de Mer, Marseille's most powerful gang. Their leader is a man named Daniel Spinelli. Nightclubs, drugs, prostitution, you name it. Perrault took him and most of his lieutenants down on racketeering charges last fall. Their trials are coming up.
Well, this would be a great time to take out the Justice Minister. That would discourage them from trying to convict these guys.
In the meantime, let's try to find Donnie Stark and see if his newfound wealth is courtesy of a French connection.
Toby. Yeah. Can I have a word?
Sure.
The official report from the SIU hasn't come in yet, but they're concerned about how the shooting is affecting you. They want a clean bill of health from a psychologist. It's standard procedure for any officer who's gone through this.
Can it wait? Because we're less than 12 hours away from this hit going down.
Dr. Gray is a good person to talk to. She understands what you're going through.
Oh, yeah? Who'd you kill?
She's helped half the department. It's not open for discussion, Toby. She's expecting you.
Toby, I understand that you spent a number of years as a paramedic.
Yeah, 7 years. Sorry, can I move this over here?
Please make yourself comfortable.
Thanks.
So, you're no stranger to seeing death.
No, unfortunately not. However, I'm learning that it's very different when you're the one who caused it.
There's no doubt.
Mm-hmm.
Toby, when you were a paramedic, would you characterize yourself as an empathetic person?
Yeah. I mean, I understand what people are going through.
So then it must have been particularly hard for someone like you to have taken a life.
Yes.
Do you want to tell me about the shooting?
Do we have to do this?
It will help. Promise. Please.
The guy who shot me in the arm was about to shoot my partner. So I yelled for him to drop his weapon. I guess I just expected that he would drop his weapon.
But he didn't?
He turned. He was about to point his weapon at me, so I shot him.
And how did you feel in that moment? You find yourself reliving it, don't you? It's common. Most people that have post-traumatic stress disorder, they do.
Well, not like most people here, Doctor. I'm inside the guy's head and I can see myself shooting him. Are most people like that?
I think that when you relive a traumatic event this strongly, it's important to distance yourself.
I have seen things that no one will ever see.
On the job.
Before the job, my whole life. You know, I thought that this job would make everything that I've seen make sense. But I look at what I've been doing, running around, playing cop with no gun. Being a hero, like, and now I shoot someone, I kill somebody, and it all becomes very real.
There are other therapies that might be of help, some medications.
Okay, look, the drugs aren't gonna work. And you've got a job, and I appreciate you doing what you're doing here. But it's best if I just deal with this on my own. It's what I have to do.
Toby, it's not what you have to do. You realize that if you were a tactical officer, I wouldn't let you back into service. But in your case, I don't think that relieving you of your duty is what you need. I think that you continuing to work with your unit, it might help normalize things for you.
So, I guess you'll just tell my boss that I'm okay and I can get back to work.
Toby, please just be honest with yourself and don't let this get so far away from you that you endanger yourself or your partner. And if you want to talk, my number is on the card and you can reach me anytime.
All right. Thank you.
Michelle.
Yeah.
I think I might have turned up a location on Donnie Stark. Apparently he likes to deal drugs out of a cafe in the east side.
So how does he go from being a dealer to a hitman?
You'll have to ask him yourself. I'll tell Toby you'll pick him up on the way.
Great.
There you go, there you go. You need anything else? You'll find me. Later.
Stay back. I'm gonna cut him off.
Get out of my way!
Give me the gun.
Move! No, come on. Stay the hell away from me. I'll do it. Go ahead. I'll do it! It's not gonna change anything. Do it. Do it. Go ahead. Give it to me.
Drop it! Drop your weapon now! On the ground!
You know, this could have been a conversation, but you just amped it up to assaulting an officer. What the hell were you thinking?
I was trying to stop.
You could have got yourself killed. Toby!
Look, I don't know what I'm doing, okay? I can't do this.
Tell us about Julian Couvreur.
You tell me. Never heard of him.
We understand you're working for him.
How am I gonna work for a guy I never heard of?
I don't think you understand the kind of trouble that you're in here, okay? Unlicensed weapon, assaulting an officer, not to mention the 3 kilos of coke that we found in your apartment and your car.
Those weren't mine. Look, we can talk about this all day, but it still doesn't mean I know a guy that I don't know.
We need to know your whereabouts for the last 24 hours.
I was with my girl. No one else. She can tell you. She can also tell you what we were doing if that's what you get off on. Then my buddy came by and we went to go pick up something a guy owed me.
Is that how you broke your hand?
That's right. And then I went to the hospital. You know everything. Why are you asking me?
Well, we also have reason to believe that you've been taking on contract killings recently.
What? Yo, how'd this go from dealing some dope to killing people? Look, I've been moving up the supply chain. You want a deal? I could deal you some of the big boys I've been buying from. But I got nothing to do with killings.
Hey.
Well?
Well, he says that he was with his girlfriend in Falk right up until they went to the hospital.
I'll check if the girlfriend corroborates his story.
And what's going on with Toby?
I've left him several messages, but I really think the shooting affected him a lot more than he's letting on.
Well, it's still fresh. Maybe you just need some space. In the meantime, we have less than 8 hours before this assassination attempt. Check out Donnie's alibi and keep working this Marseille connection. There's got to be someone in town with a hookup.
Yeah, it's gonna heal nicely. There might be a bit of a scar, but that will do wonders for your street cred.
Yeah, I'm not really that concerned with my street cred anymore.
Seriously, are you okay?
Yeah. Hey. Hey.
Is my little angel of mercy taking good care of you?
She is. She's the best. Kidding me?
Very nice.
Take care.
I will. Kissing in front of me.
How is a little pig? Come on. You all patched up?
Yeah.
Yeah, you ready to head back to the office?
I don't know if I can do it anymore. I thought I could handle it, man. Finding out that I'm not like them.
Toby, what are you talking about?
When I shot this guy, I was inside his head. I could see myself shooting him. So it's like I'm seeing a murder that I committed through the victim's eyes. I felt his pain, his fear.
You did what you had to do.
Today, guy had a gun on me. And I kept walking towards him like it was nothing. I told him, go ahead. That's not good.
Have you talked to Michelle about this? Don't they give you a police shrink for this sort of situation?
Only told you.
Well, I'm flattered, Toby, but you should talk to somebody over there.
Look, I'm gonna figure this out. I always do.
I finally got in touch with a cop from the Police Nationale who's an expert on Couvreur. He gave me the name of one of his known associates from a few years back, a Nicholas D'Angelo. Couvreur was even married to this guy's sister for a while.
Keeping it in the family.
D'Angelo helped Couvreur move some of his money offshore. He moved to Canada in '06. And get this, he had connections to Spinelli and the Vondermeer crime family.
Do we have an address for D'Angelo?
Yeah, he runs an import-export business right in town.
Okay, let's bring this guy in and sweat him. A guy like this has secrets. No matter how smart he is, there's a loose end somewhere and we need leverage. Time's running out, kids. Michelle, you good?
Yeah, just a lot going on.
Unheard message.
Michelle, I don't know what more I can say. I know the deal with Gaines was a bad idea. I was doing it for us.
number at the beep.
Hey, Tia, something happened to me, and I would just love to talk to you. Just for a minute.
I really don't know what it's going to take to convince you people I'm an honest businessman.
Well, we'd like to ask you about one of your old business associates, Julien Couvert.
I met him in passing back in France.
He was your brother-in-law.
My sister divorced him. And after I found out what kind of activities he was involved in, I broke off all ties.
Well, we have reason to believe that he's here in Canada now.
We also think that it may have been you who brought him in.
Any further conversations will be done through my lawyers. I'm afraid this interview is over.
And I'm afraid not. Your ex-wife, Christine, has secured an international warrant for you for a failure to pay child support to the tune of $300,000.
And since when does the IIB concern itself with foreign marital conflicts?
Since we found out that your old friend Couvert is planning to murder someone within the next 5 hours. So if you know where he is or where to find him, now would be a good time to talk.
My lawyers will have me out of here in an hour.
Hey, your receptionist wasn't out front, so...
Well, my appointment hours are over for the day, but I have some time. I'm glad you came back. Please, have a seat. So, how are you feeling?
I think you were right about me being empathetic. I think it's why I'm good at what I do with the IIB. Ever since I was young, I've seen inside other people's heads.
You have a sensitivity.
It's like intuition. And it was tough when I was a kid, because maybe I wasn't the coolest kid, and I knew what they were thinking about me.
It must be hard to feel that way.
Yeah, it was. Something like the other night happens. And I kill this guy. I was near him when he died. And I could see myself the way that he saw me as a killer. I'm trying to figure out if that's who I am, or if that's who he thought I was. My whole life I've been trying to separate that. Separate who I know I am from who people think I am. And then this happens. And I'm lost.
We all feel that to a certain extent. I mean, clearly, you more than others. But ultimately, Toby, who and what you are is a choice. And you chose in that instance to save your partner's life. And you can choose to define yourself by killing one person or by saving another. And now your partnership with Sergeant McCluskey, it's important to you?
Very important. She's the one who gave me this opportunity with the IIB. She's a friend.
Well, then choose to see yourself as she would see you. You saved her life. You are a hero. And let that be the anchor. It could be the thing that pulls you through this pain that you're feeling. And don't cut that part of your life out.
D'Angelo's right. Even if we could get extradition charges into play, here's lawyer will have him out on bail by the end of the day.
That's why he's so cocky.
I ran his phone and internet records. There's no connection to Colbert or even a hint of crime.
That doesn't mean that he's clean. It just means that he's smart.
So that's it. The minister won't let us in on his agenda. We can't set up a proper security perimeter. We don't know when or where this hit is going to happen.
No, our only way in is D'Angelo, and he's not going to give us anything.
That might not be entirely true.
Hey.
Hey, you okay?
Yeah.
You Just come back to clean out your desk?
No, you kidding? We've got, what, like a couple hours before we can stop this thing? We're a team. We can do it, right?
All right, let's bring you up to speed.
Welcome back.
I thought we established I wasn't speaking to you anymore.
Well, that was before.
Before what?
Before we knew how you got Kuvara into the country.
Can't know about the Marlin. Trust Caddy to screw it up.
Caddy told us all about the Marlin and how you set it all up.
Where are you getting this stuff? I think the time it to him, nobody at the dock.
Well, the Marlin's a boat. Your fingerprints are all over it along with Kuvara's.
Do you have any idea how much trouble you could be in for transporting a fugitive into the country? Not to mention how much worse it's going to get for you if he actually carries out the hit.
What do you want?
We want Kuvara's location.
I don't know that.
But I thought we were past this.
I'm telling the truth. I brought him into the country. I didn't want to, but he called it an old favor. When he got here, I didn't want to know anything he was involved in. I didn't want any part of it.
When was the last time you saw him?
I brought him to a safe house. I went back there the next day for a payment. He has other contacts, and the next day he was moving on.
One of them must die. I don't care which one. You choose.
So you have no idea who he hired to do the hit?
I heard him talking on the phone to someone. I don't know who.
I sent a team to the safe house where D'Angelo saw Kuvara. They said it was empty and it was wiped out. I mean, this guy's a ghost.
D'Angelo saw Kuvara on the phone saying that someone would die if Perot wasn't killed. Maybe he's got a hostage.
All right, well, let's go back to the hospital and talk to everyone who's in the waiting room again.
Okay, wait. I might be able to narrow this down, guys. This is a traffic cam image from across the street from the safe house. It looks like Kuvara left with a boy.
Well, we need to find out who that boy is.
Our people who are shadowing the French security team just reported that Perot is on his way to St. Luke's.
Is he ill?
I read Kuvara saying that Perot's weakness was his strength. Maybe he knew he was sick.
Could mean that whoever Kuvara is coercing to kill Perot is still at that hospital.
Well, if his security was so tight, then how would Kuvara have known where to make the hit?
It could be a leak coming from his own operation.
I'll get on to French intelligence and have them run phone and banking records for all the people that work for Perot. If someone made a deal, they might have left a trail.
We'll check in from the hospital. Let's go.
Hey, we need some help. What can we do?
Okay, so you guys admitted a patient, a French politician named Perot.
He's not on the books.
Sandy, this is very important. The guy's life's at risk.
Toby, patient information is privileged. This patient's info is top secret. I only found out an hour ago.
We believe that an assassination is going to be attempted at this hospital. Now, we can get a warrant, but every minute counts.
Okay.
Thank you.
Pro has early onset Parkinson's. He came in for a deep brain stimulus operation. It's basically a pacemaker for the nervous system to stop the tremors. Dr. Kramer's a world specialist.
Okay, so he comes here to get the operation. His enemies don't know his weakness.
He dies on the operating table, complications from surgery. Does Dr. Kramer have any kids?
Yeah, 2 girls. One's in college.
We're looking for someone on the operating team who has a boy, maybe about 10 years old, brown hair.
Oh, Dr. Jillian Sisley, the anesthesiologist. She has a young son, Jeff.
I read Kuvara saying 1 shot. Maybe it's not a gunshot. It's a sedation. He's making Dr. Sisley overdose Perot.
Accidental death by anesthesia can happen. It wouldn't be that hard to adjust the amount of medication.
What's the operating room, Sandy?
Ward number 3 starts in a few minutes.
Okay.
Let's go.
Can Toby go alone, please? It's just, we don't want to arouse any more suspicion. You know what I mean?
I got it.
Go.
Hey, Dr. Sisley. Hey, how are you?
Good. I hope your wound is healing.
Looks like you've got an important operation here.
I suppose so. It's not something I can really talk about.
I'm sure you'll do the right thing.
I try.
They can't be removed, so I will know what you say, I will know what you do. If you don't do as I say, your son will die.
You're right. This is gonna heal really well.
What did you find out?
She just went into the OR. Hey, Oz?
Yeah, excuse
I
me.
need
Yes.
you to give a note to Dr. Sisley, okay?
You need me to take the note?
It's gonna let her know that we're gonna save her son. She just has to stall the operation a bit.
Okay.
Make sure she reads that.
Done.
Kuvara's got her wire, and she tries to say anything, stop the operation, he's gonna kill her son.
Yeah, but if we don't, the Justice Minister dies.
You got this.
it's okay. I'm the director of emergency services. I need to give this to Dr. Sisley.
There is a sensitive surgery being performed. This isn't the time.
Well, this is the patient's toxicology report, so the operation won't start until the doctor sees this.
We can't take chances.
It's a procedural thing.
Oz, what's this about?
Oh, we've got the patient's updated tox report.
Oh, no, that's okay. I've already studied this. I have to get back.
Actually, this is some new information. We think this is pretty important. Okay, I just thought you should know.
Thank you.
So my theory is that the earrings they have on her are too small to be a cellular-based device, so they gotta be Wi-Fi and broadcasting over the hospital's internet gateway. Those are all the connections going to the router closest to the OR.
Okay, there's hundreds of them. How are we gonna know which one?
All devices use a discrete identifier like an ESN number or a MAC address. We just have to find an atypical signature. Okay, look, whatever that is, the hardware is unrecognized. That's gotta be our signal. Now we just gotta find out who's accessing that over the internet. Okay, got it. Look, IP is registered to a Chinese restaurant on Queen Street West. It's like 5 minutes from here.
All right, get SWAT to meet us there.
Got it.
You ready, Dr. Sisley? Maybe we can proceed.
I'm sorry, but I'm going to need a few minutes. I have to change the canisters. Isoflurane was recommended, but I've just been advised that the patient has an irregular heartbeat.
We're on a tight schedule, Doctor. Proceed quickly.
Of course.
You okay?
Let's do this.
When we move fast.
Copy that.
Let's go. Stay calm. Stay calm. It's okay. It's okay. Stay calm. Stay calm.
Ready when you are, Doctor.
One more minute. I need to balance the oxygen ratio.
On the ground! Now! Everyone, on the ground! Hey, you okay? Come on. Your mom's gonna be happy to see you. Deb, tell Jillian we have the boy. Someone else can do the surgery.
Who told you about Perot's operation?
You want to make a deal, n'est-ce pas? When, and where?
St. Luke's. Thursday. 6 p.m.
No, there's no deal. It's Perot's deputy minister.
Let's get Deb on it.
Turns out Mademoiselle Boulanger was in line to take over from Perot should he not be able to continue. They found millions of euros in an offshore bank account registered in her name, and that was only the beginning of a lucrative relationship with the Marseille gang.
All she had to do was sell out her boss and get him killed.
Dr. Sisley got her son back. We took down a few high-level drug dealers, a criminal on Interpol's hit list. It's not a bad day.
My thoughts exactly. Which is why I'd like to take you out for an exquisite meal and even better wine.
I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna go home, get some rest. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Good to have you back, Toby.
Thanks.
On that note, I
God, this isn't happening. Please, I just want to go home. Come on.
There's nowhere to go. Your friends are all dead. It's just you and me now.
Please.
Oh, no. Don't waste all those beautiful screams. We got the whole night ahead of us. It's playtime!
Cut! Great take, guys. I love the energy. Are you okay, Nikki?
It's my wrist. I think it might be broken.
Come here, let me look.
Good work, Vince. You all right? Vince? Call 911. Vince is down.
That's real blood, man.
She's been shot.
How is that possible? The gun was supposed to have blanks in it. It did. I loaded it myself. It was full of blanks.
He's not breathing. Come on, Vince. Don't do this to me, buddy. Wake up.
Is he?
He's dead.
Oh, wow, this is a circus. I thought Klein wanted to keep this off the radar.
This has to be a hoax.
I love you, Vince.
I can't believe he's dead.
Hey, can you believe it? This guy's been dead 2 hours and already the vultures are circling.
How did word get out so fast?
Goes out on Twitter 5 minutes before the ambulance arrives. Before you know it, the whole thing's gone viral. Body's not even cold yet.
Welcome to the future. Was this guy popular?
Yeah, Vince Masterson, a big cult movie star. But this was supposed to be his triumphant big screen comeback. Death Manor, a remake of a popular 70s screamsploitation movie. That's Dev's word, not mine. He also said that the original movie was thought to be cursed, that one of the actors died during filming, and there's some other tragedies that surround it. I don't know.
So what's the story here?
We know that Masterson was shot twice in the chest with a 9mm with a gun that was supposed to shoot blanks.
So the blanks were switched out with real bullets?
Oh, the whole gun was switched out. Now, the props master, he swears he put the fake gun on set just prior to the incident. But at some point, it was replaced with a real deal. No one saw the switch. And we still haven't found the props gun.
So who's the shooter?
An actress by the name of Nikki Hutton. She seems pretty shaken up.
Yeah, you Nikki Hutton? You mind if I take a look? Ah, yeah. Sprain, huh? Maybe hairline fracture? You gonna take her in for an x-ray?
I'm Sergeant McCluskey. This is Special Consultant Logan. Can we ask you a few questions?
You guys have to do this now?
It's okay, go ahead. The gun that you fired, you didn't realize that it wasn't a prop?
I was in character. It was in the moment. It looked the same. It weighed the same.
Okay, you can bring her in.
I'll check in on you soon, sweetie, okay?
So you two are with the film crew?
Yeah, Zach Gladstone, director, producer, writer. Rick Robson, Vince's body double.
Either of you think of someone who might have had a beef with Vince?
No, he was everybody's best friend, you know. Good man. Great actor.
And my meal ticket.
Yeah, I second that. I mean, the guy was a pro. Hell, if it wasn't for him, this movie may not have even happened.
What do you mean?
I'm trying to get the project off the ground for years, but the studio wanted a more experienced director, not a first-timer. So I brought the project to Vince, and he went to bat for me. It's his movie as much as it is mine. And not a day went by that he didn't remind me of that.
So now that your star is dead, what's gonna happen with the film?
I'll get it finished. I mean, Vince would have wanted us to keep going, curse or no curse.
Zach, don't start out with that crap.
Yeah, we've heard about this curse.
The original 70s version of Death Manor was actually shot at this same mansion. And during the shoot, the actor playing the Blood Butcher was killed when a stunt went wrong. I mean, a fireplace poker actually impaled him.
And do you believe in this curse?
For me, it's all about getting my movie made.
Thank you.
Break a leg.
Thank you.
All right, that's that's enough for tonight. I'll swing by and get the last load tomorrow before work.
This is awesome. I can't believe we're actually living together.
Easy, babe. You know it's only until the loft reno is done.
Yeah, but you know what this means, right? At least for a month or two, it's sex on demand. No travel required.
It's so cute that you believe that.
Oh, really?
Hey, isn't that Toby and Michelle?
Holy crap, it is. Where's remote?
Live at the scene where sources tell us that beloved genre actor Vince Masterson has been shot and killed during filming of the remake of Death Manor.
Toby's on the set of Death Manor? I love that movie.
The cult film from the 70s was intended to be the stepping stone for Masterson's big comeback. Co-starring...
Dude, you're on the set of Death Manor? I just saw you on the news.
This is a crime scene, okay? This is not a set tour.
Oh, come on. Is the Blood Butcher really dead? That's gotta be a publicity stunt, right?
It's not a publicity stunt. It's real. He's gone.
Do me a favor. While you're there, don't go into any scary basements or attics. And stick to the buddy system.
I gotta go.
All right, bye.
I think I got everything I need. Thank you very much.
Hey, Rick.
Rick. Welcome to the last house you'll ever see.
What?
It's the log line from the original movie. It's on the poster.
No, not.
Really? Okay, forget it. I've been interviewing everyone who had access to the set 2 hours before the shooting, and no one has any idea how the gun was switched. You guys find anything interesting?
We talked to Nikki. She's genuinely shook up.
Zach, the director, did not seem to be all that upset about Vince's death.
No, I read him. He's not as enamored of Vince as he would like us to believe.
Okay, that's interesting. Now it's my turn. Looked at the numbers from the gun that was used in the shooting. It was registered to Vince himself.
He was carrying a piece?
Yeah, apparently he's been getting death threats, but I checked and he never reported them to the police.
So he got himself a gun. Nice.
Gun's on the way to processing and the body's on the way to the morgue.
I have seen a lot of blood as a paramedic, but this is a lot of blood.
And most of it's fake. It's just corn syrup and food coloring, but it looks real, doesn't it?
You like this stuff, don't you?
Are you kidding? I was raised on a steady diet of horror flicks. I mean, this is my wheelhouse. And to be standing in the original Death Manor, this is like church.
Well, when you are finished your sermon, you can fill me in on the rest.
If they ask you anything, you clear it through me first, okay? Thanks.
Hey there, IIB. Can we talk for a minute?
Of course, we're all anxious to get to the bottom of who killed poor Vince.
And you are?
Angela Harvey, unit publicist. This is a great tragedy.
Yeah, it is. Look, we're gonna need everyone to tell us everything they know.
Yeah, of course. I'll make sure everyone knows.
Had you worked with Vince before?
Yeah. I had the pleasure of working with Vince on his last 6 pictures.
Can you think of anyone who'd want to hurt him?
No. He's the kind of guy who brought coffee to the crew. Everyone loved him. Mostly because none of them would be working without him.
You find out what happened to my husband.
Rachel, I promise you they are looking into it.
I can't believe that.
Hi, Miss Masterson. I'm Toby Logan. I'm with the IIB. I'm sorry for your loss.
Why is this happening?
We're gonna find whoever did this. Do you know anyone who'd want to hurt your husband?
We loved each other so much.
Not right now.
Son.
Anything?
Well, I'm trying to figure out if she was lying. Her and Vince had a volatile relationship.
All right, I'm gonna go check out Masterson's trailer and see what I can find there. You guys might want to talk to the props master, Gary Mailer, see what he has to say.
I'm telling you, I followed protocol to a T. I set the blank rounds in the gun, and then I just staged it on its mark. The set AD can back me up.
Do you have any idea where the prop gun ended up?
Not a clue. It just disappeared.
Do you know who could have changed it?
Anybody with access to the set. So myself, actor, pretty much anybody that's on the crew.
Okay, were you and Vince close?
Hey, he's the talent. I'm a technician. I'm just doing my job. Maybe now they'll start believing in the curse.
What do you think about this curse?
Before today, I was pretty sure that this place had some seriously bad mojo, but now I'm certain of it. I mean, the actor who played the Blood Butcher was killed here not once, but twice. If not a curse, then what?
How about premeditated murder?
Oh, a flesh and blood killer? That I can handle. But you can't run from a curse. Sooner or later, it's gonna catch up to you.
This is the first time that we have the murder weapon and an ID on the shooter, yet it's still not enough to go on.
We have several individuals who had opportunity to plant the gun, but what we're lacking is motive.
Well, everyone that Michelle and I talked to, they spoke highly of Vince, but they were thinking otherwise.
So this guy was unpopular.
Love him or hate him, a lot of people are riding on his back, though.
Did you talk to the wife? She had access to Masterson's gun.
Yeah, Toby talked to her briefly, but the set doctor had given her a bunch of sedatives. She was pretty out of it.
What about this actress, Nikki? She's the one that grabbed the gun and put 2 slugs in his chest. Maybe she arranged it, too.
No, I don't think so. I was inside her head. Her pain and grief are genuine.
Hey, I can't believe you guys just left me there. Don't you know what happens to brothers when they get separated from the group in horror movies? Bad things. That's what.
All right, did you grab Masterson's laptop?
Yeah, it was in his trailer. I'll see what I can find on it. I also found these.
Divorce papers.
Divorce papers with an ironclad prenup. Those go through, and the former Miss Masterson doesn't get a thing.
Vince took a bullet, and his new widow just dodged one.
I think we just found our primary suspect.
Don't you people have any decency? My husband was just killed.
Look, we understand how difficult this is for you, okay? But we need to know if you had access to your husband's gun.
Of course. But I never touched it. I hate guns. I hated that Vince carried it with him constantly.
Did he have a gun because of the death threats?
At first, sure. But eventually, I think he just liked having it with him. Made him feel more in control.
And was he in control?
What do you mean?
Well, we've heard from some crew members that you and Vince had been fighting.
We've been together a long time. We're both passionate people.
Did things ever turn violent?
No, nothing like that. Vince has a loud bark, but he's a puppy dog. He loves me. He would never hurt me.
Sure about that?
That sneaky son of a bitch.
Why do you think he wanted a divorce? Was there another woman?
I guess I always knew that wannabe was gonna be trouble.
You referring to his co-star, Nikki?
Knowing Vince, he probably pissed her off too. Maybe her having his gun on set was no accident.
When was the last time that you talked to Vince?
We spoke on the phone this morning. I was on a flight in from LA when he was killed. You know how I heard the news? The TV in an airport lounge. Can you imagine?
I'll check her alibi. Dev's still working on Vince's hard drive. Did you get anything?
Yeah, she saw Vince with his co-star, Nikki. They were about to hook up.
I think it's time you two talked to the Scream Queen.
Hairline fracture. You're right. How did you know?
I was a paramedic once upon a time.
Hopefully, I'm gonna be able to get a few hours sleep before my call time tomorrow.
You going back to work so soon?
Yeah. I feel like Vince would have wanted that.
You two were close?
We spent 12 to 14 hours a day together for 3 months. We were friends.
Were you guys anything more than that?
It wasn't serious. We're just having some fun.
You guys having an affair?
Things like this happen on movie sets.
What happens in Death Manor stays in Death Manor.
Yeah, something like that. I was going to break things off with him before we finished filming. Even if he wasn't married, I don't think what we had was meant to last. Do you know the irony of this whole thing? My character wasn't even supposed to shoot Vince.
What do you mean?
Originally, the cop's gun wasn't supposed to be loaded, and my character would manage to escape, and then somehow the Blood Butcher managed to survive, and then these new pages came in.
So, Zach changed the script.
He got into a big fight with the studio about it. But he got his way.
Thank you.
So why would Zach make changes to a script that would put his meal ticket in harm's way?
Why don't we find out?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
That was not here when I went to bed last night.
Yeah, I told you I was bringing the last of my stuff over this morning.
That is not stuff. Stuff is an ironing board or a hair dryer or your Sweet Valley High books. That is an urn with a dead person in it.
Okay, Oz, be nice. That's my great Nana. She was a wonderful woman. Okay, I know, I probably should have warned you, but I promised my mom I would take care of her while she was traveling. You're okay with it, right?
Well,
Nana would have loved you.
yeah. Okay.
Really?
I'm sorry, but she's staring right at me. What do you want from me?
Okay, you know what? I have to go to work. Enjoy your day off.
Okay.
And be nice to my Nana.
Hey.
Oh. Oh,
You're welcome.
good morning.
What have we got?
Well, I've been going through the footage trying to spot the moment when the guns got switched, but no dice.
You sure you're not getting a sneak preview of the movie?
I'm not gonna lie, I did browse through the original last night. It still holds up. I also managed to track down the threats that were on Vince's computer. They started over a year ago, and the last one was 4 months ago.
Do we have an ID?
Not yet, I'm still working on it. How was the Survivor girl?
Survivor Girl told us that Zach changed the script the day before Vince was killed.
Okay, I had someone trace the photo of Vince's body that appeared online. It looks like it originated on Zach's cell phone.
Well, it's a little less creepy in the daytime.
If you say so.
All right, action. Okay, that's great. Now you look down. Follow the blood. You know she's got nowhere to run. And cut. Check it.
That's my favorite.
Thank you, sir.
So, is that Rick?
Yeah, can't tell the difference, right? I mean, Rick was born to double Vince. You know what the best part is?
What's that?
Rick's a certified stunt guy. He can work with real blades, not the cheap-looking plastic ones that Gary supplies. That, my friends, is authenticity.
Real blade, is it?
Yeah, I mean, we have to go back to the fake one when Nikki arrives.
Can we speak to you somewhere a little bit more private?
Lisa, leave it on and we're gonna go again in 5.
Great.
Hey, Zach. You have this blank.
Get rid of that.
Okay, perfect.
What can I do for you guys? You leaked the photo. Okay, sure. I took the picture. I thought it might get a little bit of extra publicity. Every little bit helps. You know, I have a responsibility to the money, man.
Why did you change the script? Wasn't supposed to be Vince that got shot.
We want to capitalize on Nikki's performance. You know, don't tell her, but we want to make her the survivor girl for the sequels. You know, the Blood Butcher, he can die and come back. He's the Blood Butcher. Well, I'm a suspect. Let me tell you something. I've had to rip apart my entire movie just to try to make it work without him. And just so you know, I was the last one to get the set for that show.
And Zach, we have a crisis in Wardrobe.
Look, guys, I'm sorry, but I gotta get back to work, okay?
Dev, what's going on?
I got the results back on the gun. Other than Vince and Nikki, there's only one other set of prints on it.
Let me guess. Vince's wife.
Actually, no. A lady named Angela Harvey. She's a publicist on the unit. The prints were on file from a possession charge a few years back.
Angela Harvey. Thanks, Dev. So why would the publicist prints be on the gun?
Maybe she's feeding the PR machine.
Angela Harvey? Hey, can we chat for a minute?
Of course. Whatever I can do to assist with your investigation. Vince was a close personal friend.
Do you make it a habit of suing your close personal friends? We know about the lawsuit.
It's complicated.
Well, we have time.
Look, I don't want to do this forever. I was looking for a smart business opportunity in celebrity-backed restaurants or cash cows. So I talked to Vince about going in with me. I put up the capital, and he was the face who was going to bring in the customers.
So what happened?
He backed out at the last minute. I had everything I owned in that project, and it all disappeared overnight.
Must have hated him.
No, it was business. So was the suit, but I never hated Vince.
I'd like to show you something.
Why are you showing me that?
Because it's a photo of the murder weapon, and your prints are all over it.
I had absolutely nothing to do with his death.
So how are your prints on the gun?
I was in his trailer the other day. He was waving the gun around, showing it off.
Hey, what is this thing? Are you crazy?
I took it away from him. If someone had got a picture of him drunk and waving that thing around, it would have been a publicity nightmare.
So you took the gun?
No. I gave it back to him and told him to get rid of it. I realize now that if I'd taken it and disposed of it myself, he'd still be alive.
All right, thanks for your time.
Yeah. Excuse me. Hello.
She's telling the truth.
Well, she's still a suspect.
Hmm?
Oh. Yeah, what's going on?
Dev ran the wife's alibi. It doesn't check out. She actually arrived on an earlier flight. Head to her hotel and pick her up.
You lied to us, Rachel. But you must have known that we were going to check out your story.
I just panicked. My husband is dead. I wasn't thinking clearly.
Why'd you change to an earlier flight at the last minute?
Vince called me the night before. He'd been drinking. He said some pretty terrible things.
About the divorce?
I wasn't gonna let it. Not without a fight. I went looking for him when I arrived. I went to set, but I saw him arguing with the director right before the scene.
You know what they were arguing about?
You gotta do at least one stunt. If you do it, you're the one to scare her in the house. Forget it. Don't walk away from me.
I don't really know, but it was heated, and I wasn't gonna get in the middle of it. I went to his trailer. Between the traveling and all my emotions swirling around, I passed out. When I woke up, I didn't even know where I was. I went to set to look for Vince, and that's when I heard. I can't believe he's gone.
So we have an ID on the individual who was sending Vince those death threats. His name's Ryan Shaw. Turns out he's a known stalker.
Okay, great. Let's bring him in.
No need. He got picked up for aggravated assault. He is currently doing 5 years in Kingston.
Oh, okay.
We are back to our Death Manor crew. No one from the outside world had access to the set, so our killer is one of these people.
Vince back there at that restaurant deal with Angela. She's got motive.
Rachel, the widow, she stood to lose a lot in the divorce.
No, I don't see her as a killer. I was reading her. She's hurting.
Maybe it's guilt.
Rachel saw Vince and Zach fighting when they were really going at it.
You know, guys, if this was a horror film, the killer would be the person we least expect.
The hair and makeup lady with the crazy cat posters all over her trailer.
Even more unexpected.
Okay, look, we have multiple suspects. We have 2 guns and we have 1 dead body. One avenue that we have not looked at yet is Death Manor itself. I mean, if we can get a handle on the geography, maybe we can figure out how the killer pulled this off. Can we get the blueprints?
I tried. I had no luck, but I did, however, uncover some of the more macabre details about Death Manor. There were 2 previous deaths. A builder was crushed by a falling beam during construction of the manor in 1907, and one of its previous owners was killed in a kitchen fire in the late 50s.
Okay, is this going somewhere?
I'm just saying, I think that we need to keep our minds open to the possibilities.
No, do not say it.
The curse of Death Manor.
So when the Blood Butcher flings open the door, Nikki, you're going crazy with fear. You know that you have this one last chance to survive. So you grab the jar of lye and you throw it in his face like this. And Rick, you start clawing at your face and your eyes, but nothing can stop you. You're the Blood Butcher. So you're already turning back towards her as you rush past him right out of frame, okay? Just remember to keep your injured hand by your side so that we don't pick it up on camera, okay?
Yeah, I've got it.
No problem. All right. Okay, let's try one, guys. Finals.
You have a minute?
This is not a good time, guys.
It's a rhetorical question, Zach. We need to talk to you.
5 minutes, everybody.
Were you and Vince having problems?
I'm the guy the studio took a chance on. I can't afford to piss off my star. That would be career suicide.
Well, we have a witness who saw you two fighting on the set.
Well, yeah, hold on a second. I did have an argument with somebody, but it wasn't Vince.
It was Rick in a costume.
That's right. That's what the argument was about. Vince insisted on doing the stunt, and Rick didn't want him to.
Had that happened before?
Never. Vince came to me 3 hours before with the idea. He said he wanted to take off his mask during the shot and show his fans that it was him.
How did you feel about that?
I loved it. That's why I fought for it. The fans would have loved it.
So why was Rick upset?
I don't know. Guys, you just go ask him, okay? Look, I'm losing the light here. Hey, we're back, people!
Oh, jeez.
Hey, just sick.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I don't think I can live with her, man.
You guys have been living together for like, what?
No, not Sandy, okay? She brought her dead Nana's ashes and a portrait that has been giving me the evil eye all day, okay? I thought I could handle this living together thing, but I am not ready for this at all.
Get professional advice, okay?
Yeah, that's real funny guy. You know what? We'll see who's laughing when I leave the place to Sandy and her Nana painting and I come move in with you.
Look, I gotta get going here, all right? We'll talk later.
You wanted to see me?
Wow.
Yeah. We understand that you and Zach had an argument yesterday.
We had a difference of opinion, yeah.
Well, we heard it was a little more heated than that, Rick. What happened?
Look, Vince counted on me to protect him, even from himself. I was just doing my job.
Did you think that this stunt was too dangerous for him to do?
Maybe he could have handled it back in the day, but that was a long time ago. Like, I was afraid he was gonna get hurt. Looks like I was right. I should have stopped him. He was in no shape to work.
What kind of condition was he in before the scene?
Look, I've been working with Vince my whole career. All right, we were like twins.
Go on.
Well, he said he had a buzz on per usual, but he was pretty drunk. I know I'm alive because he did the scene, and I shouldn't complain. It's just that it feels like I should have stopped him.
Well, do you think him being drunk influenced his decision to do the stunt himself?
Clouded his judgment, but the decision to do the stunt, that didn't come from Vince.
Where'd it come from?
The prop master, Gary. Gary had a beef with Vince the night before the shoot.
Great.
What, you got all night? Make another one.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
I guess he wanted to get back at Vince.
Got to get this to Rick. It's gonna be one hell of a scene. Do you think the audience will know that he's in the movie more than you are?
Actors are pretty insecure, and Vince was a fading star. He was easy to mess with.
Gary must have really disliked him.
Well, emotions run pretty hot on a film set. I just keep thinking about how I should have stopped him. And then I think what could have happened if I did it. Like anything you guys need to help catch this guy that did it.
Thank you. We'll let you know. We'll get this guy.
Gary?
Hey, Gary. Michelle? Look at this.
Big rounds. This is the prop gun. That's not fake blood.
Gary!
Michelle? Look at me. Look at me. to see it.
Well, he's lost a lot of blood, but good thing you found him when you did. Saved his life.
When can I talk to him?
Not tonight. He is heavily sedated.
You mind if I stay around a while?
Of course. My shift's ending, but I'll let the on-call nurse know.
Thanks, Sandy. Gary. Can you hear me? I want you to think about the attack. What happened to you?
You better have my money, or do I have to tell the cops what I found?
Hey, I just spoke to the surgeon. He was sliced with a large, heavy blade.
Yeah, I just saw the attack. It was a cleaver. And whoever attacked him was wearing the blood butcher outfit, so I won't be able to ID him.
Okay, so what's the motive?
I think Gary might have been blackmailing whoever attacked him.
We need to find out who attacked him, and we need to find that cleaver. Dev, what's going on?
I just got the forensics report on the prop gun. The stuntman Rick, his prints are all over it.
Okay, let's bring him in.
Yeah, about that. According to the production coordinator, Rick is AWOL.
Do we have an address?
Not exactly. They pay him a living allowance like everyone else, but apparently Rick likes to just pocket the cash and sleep wherever on set.
So I guess we're going back to Death Manor. Oz?
Hey!
Care to explain this?
The blanket?
Seriously, what is your problem?
But no, listen. What is that painting doing here, okay? I mean, did you put it there just to remind me that your family's constantly watching me from afar, judging me?
Are you trying to get rid of me? Is that what this is? This was a mistake.
No. I love having you here. It's just that 3 is a crowd.
Okay, you know what? I get it. It wasn't fair of me to spring this on you. To be honest, it kind of creeps me out too.
Right?
What happened to your finger?
Oh, nothing.
What was I supposed to do? Tell my mom no? I didn't want her around?
Of course not. Hey, come here. It's okay. It's okay. Look, maybe Nana and I just got off on the wrong foot, okay? I can win her over. I won you over.
Yeah.
Yeah?
You did.
I did? I won you over?
You did win me over.
Oh.
You know what?
What?
We should probably put the blanket back on for this part.
You know what? I got a better idea.
Wow. Looks like a ghost town.
This place is even creepier with no people around. Backup should be here any minute. I'm gonna go look for Rick. I'll meet you in the parlor set.
Whoa, no. Dev would probably have something to say about us splitting up with a killer on the loose.
I've seen enough horror films to know that the heroine always survives. Sidekick, however.
Sidekick? Hey.
Hey, it's me. Found the costume that Rick was wearing when he attacked the props guy. There's blood on the boots here. It's real.
We might have our guy. I'm in the parlor looking for the real cleaver. So far, I've just found the prop.
Okay, well, be careful and keep in contact with me.
Copy that. I'll keep you updated.
Logan.
Jack, what are you doing here?
I gotta work out my shots. I still got a movie to finish.
The set's locked down. How'd you get in?
It's an old service tunnel down in the basement. Lock's been rusted off the doors for years.
Well, you know your way around.
I know everything about this place. I immersed myself in its history. You know, that's what all the great directors do. They believe in preparation and research.
It's in the backpack.
Oh, scripts, storyboards, whatever.
Nah, you're lying, man. You've been lying the whole time. You're the only one who has access to everything. You stole Vince's gun and you switched it out with a prop gun.
You're making a mistake, Logan.
Come on, man. We both know you did it.
No. Your mistake was coming alone.
Dev?
We have Rick in custody. Get this. We found him pounding shots at a bar 2 blocks from set.
Brave man or just stupid? Okay, I'll get Toby and we'll head back in.
Michelle!
Agent Cully, your name and number, and I'll get back to you.
Well, we could do this all night, Jack. Hey, why don't we talk about how you killed Vince? That had to have been tough.
Sorry, Logan. No spoilers.
Ah, come on, man. You gotta at least tell me why you did it. You had zero motive.
I had the best motive. My movie. No offense to Vince, but his life didn't mean anything to me. This movie means everything.
I'm sorry, I don't follow you.
When Vince died on set, this movie became more than a low-budget piece of fluff. It became a part of history.
Okay, I get that. And what about Gary?
Gary's an idiot. He brought it on himself.
Hey, is that what I think it is?
I can explain.
Yeah, well, you better talk fast.
He knew what you're doing. He blackmailed you, so you tried to kill him.
It's just one more mess to clean up.
Well, that makes sense. You pinned it on Rick.
Figured you guys were looking at him already. So who better than Rick to take the fall? I mean, that's his specialty, right?
Drop it! Or I drop you.
Turn around, Zach.
Do you want the good news or the bad news?
Good.
I called St. Luke's. Gary's gonna pull through. The bad news is the judge ordered a psych eval on our director. I think he's heading for the psych ward instead of prison.
I wonder if they'll have movie night.
You know what really gets me about all this, though? I have no doubt this movie will be released and probably do big business on the back of this.
No, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'll be first in line to see it.
That was closer than I would have liked. I don't want to get caught flat-footed again.
You want to carry a weapon?
I mean, there's only so much I can do without one. I'd at least like to have the conversation.
It'll take a lot to get you trained up to carry a weapon.
Yeah, I'm up for it. Bring it on.
Get the wheels in motion.
You survived.
Yeah, barely. So how's the case?
You know, it's over, man. I'm gonna grab a hot shower and a cold beer.
Wait, you're at your apartment?
Yeah, just walked in.
Toby, there's something I gotta tell you about Sandy's Nana.
What is this in my kitchen?
So you've seen it already? I'm sorry. You said it wasn't such a big deal, so I thought maybe you could babysit her for the night.
One night, that's it.
Thank you.
I owe you big. And hey, anytime you need to store cremated ashes or the spooky portrait of some long dead relative at my house, be my guest.
All right. Let's chat tomorrow, okay? Good night, Nana.
Hello, xin chào tất cả các bạn. Chào mừng các bạn quay trở lại với kênh của mình nhé. Hôm nay mình sẽ tiếp tục tô bức tranh cô công chúa và chàng hoàng tử nhé. Giờ đi á. Đi leo rồi. Em đi đến mấy giờ? Tiếng rồi cô. Đi.